other questions? Pat, do you have a comment?
No, you said so much, I have to think a while.
Very good. There's a question, I think, Pat, there. Did you have a question? No? Hi. Yes?
I was just wondering about this union pattern. So it's reminiscent of Lewis's semantics for counterfactuals and the extension that he proposes to various other modalities. And it's also reminiscent of Joseph Halpern's logic for comparative likelihood. And sort of more recently, people have picked up on this, and it's like Angelika Kratzer's semantics for epistemic modals as well. And recently, various people have picked up on this and argued that it's a really bad prediction for epistemic modalities, at least. And so I'm coming at this more from the linguistics side, but I'm interested in, is this plausible as a logic for the word believe, or do you intend this as more as a representation of a concept of belief which is possibly divorced from the meaning of the English word or its German equivalent or whatever?
Right, I mean, of course, in these areas where we're doing things abstractly, right, it's always hard to claim that we capture, all that is sort of in the concept of belief in everyday talk, so I wouldn't claim that. That is why sometimes people prefer the term acceptance, right, because you make it clear that it's more a technical term of art, right. But actually, I would say there's so much convergence in the formal theories of conditional belief that you get the same axiomatic structure everywhere. It's just presented in different ways. That I would say, I mean, we must be up to something, right? So it's really, I mean, it's not, if you look here, it's not a coincidence that you get a ranking of worlds here, right? Or that you get a sphere system in the David Lewis sense here, right? And you mentioned some of the formal theories, right, in addition to the ones that I mentioned, where you pretty much get the same formal structure out of that, right? So, sort of normatively speaking, I think we're up to something. And I would say, sort of the descriptive part shouldn't be too much away from it, because it would be very surprising if all these different theories sort of, converging to the same stuff, right, we're not up to something that's even real in a descriptive sense, right? But I would never claim that we capture everything. But yes, the idea would be that it gets close to what we mean by conditional belief, not absolute belief, right? These are structures for conditional belief. Believing Y on the supposition of X, right? And that's a matter-of-fact supposition, not subjunctive or counter-to-the-fact supposition, but a matter-of-fact supposition, right? So that's also what you find in the suppositional treatment of indicative conditional, right? That you get in Ernest Adams's theory. It's just quantitative there, right? And that's actually not so far away from epistemic modals, right? Because it's sort of a pragmatist theory where supposition doesn't give you truth conditions. And it's more like an act that you're making when you assume an antecedent. So I don't think it's very much away from the Kratzer theory, actually.
Any other questions? All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much.